Woke up slow, windows wide, coffee's warm, light feels right. Just one text made me smile. Ain't no love, just your style. Don't need much.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Terry, and in today's video, we are going into a massive thrift haul. I went to two thrift stores. I went to ARC, which is the thrift store that is local to Colorado, and then I also went to Goodwill, and I found a lot of good pieces, a lot of good athletic wear, and a lot of good outerwear for the winter. So I am very excited to share these pieces with you. So let's hop into it. The first thing that I'm going to do is share with you what I got at Goodwill. I just got back from Goodwill about 15 minutes ago, so I wanted to film this video, at least the haul portion. If I pull tags off of everything, I am not going to remember what things cost. So I have my receipts here, and all of the tags are still on the items so that I can tell you what I got them for, and maybe some things we will share what the retail value is on some of the pieces. I'm probably not going to look up the cost on all of the pieces because that would be a little overkill. These are going to be the most amazing deals. Now, I will preface this by saying I got maybe two things on discount. You know how some thrift stores, they will do 50% off certain colors or 30% off certain colors? Well, all of the pieces that I found had no discount except for I think one piece, and I will let you know when we get to that. Everything else I paid full price, but again, paying full price at the thrift store was way more affordable than buying these brands just retail value. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Okay, like I said, the first thing that we are going to go through are the pieces that I just bought at Goodwill. The first thing I got was this really pretty, it's kind of like a crop dress up top. It's a long sleeve top, and it is by the brand Express, and I paid $8.99, but this actually had a discount on it, so this was 30% off, so it was $6.30 for this guy. I don't know if you can see, but it's got really beautiful detailing in the front. And long sleeve. It is a really nice material. Let's see what material. Oh, it's made in the Philippines. It's made in my homeland. So I can't see, it doesn't have a tag that says, it feels like polyester. It's probably some sort of polyester blend. But anyways, so this is the first piece that I got. I think I'm going to wear it with these pants. Now, these pants are possibly a smidge too small for me. If they are, that is okay. I'm gonna keep them, and I'm gonna wait until I can possibly fit in them. I feel like there's a little bit of give in them, so that's why I got them. They are from Good American, and these were also $6.30 because they were a green tag, so they were 30% off today, and they are just these nice, cute, shiny, they're like a shiny dress-up pants. I don't really know how to even say anything else other than they're just some shiny looking dress-up pants. They are really thick. They are in a size 2. We know that I wear size 4, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit these, but you see how there's like some stretch to them, so I feel like I could fit in them, and that's the only reason why I got them. So we're hoping that they work, because can you believe I found Good American dress-up pants for $6.30? Okay, let's just have a moment for those, because the entire bill at Goodwill was $98, and those Good American pants are probably about that price, if not more. So basically those pants scored me this entire lot of clothing, so pretty excited about that. Okay, I will hop into most of the rest of the pieces that I got were all athletic wear. I will share with you something that you guys really are not going to care about, but it is this crop top hoodie sweatshirt, and it says Mecca on the front. That's actually the Pilates studio that I go to here in Boulder, which is funny. So somebody either got a new sweater or they stopped going to Mecca, and so they donated this, and I was like, for $7.99, I'm gonna pick that up because I think they sell it in the studio for $40 or $45. So $7.99, yes ma'am, I will take that. Okay, so now we are hopping into items that you may care about. This is a really beautiful, it's almost like a long line sports bra, and it's from the brand PRANA, if I think I'm saying it right, and it was $7.99, and this is, I believe it's in a size small. Everything I got was in size small or extra small, because that's just where I'm fitting these days. So it's a really beautiful coral color. It looks deeper in person than it is picking up on camera. As you know, my ring light washes absolutely everything out. The one thing I don't necessarily love about this is that it does have padding. So it does have a built-in shelf, but it has padding that is not removable. I have big boobs naturally, and so when I buy stuff, I always pull out those pads, but these ones are not removable. So I decided to still get it because I felt like $7.99 for a PRANA piece was a really good deal, and I loved the color, and it was something that I would wear, like the style. If it was something that, one, wasn't a color that I would wear, or two, it was a style that I didn't like, I probably would have left it. But because those two things were in line, I kind of was like, okay, I'll forgive the fact that the padding is not removable, and hopefully it doesn't look ridiculous or it doesn't feel ridiculous when I'm wearing it. Okay, so the next piece that I picked up, it seems like a lot of the things were priced at $7.99, which I'm okay with, is this Vuori racerback shirt, and it looks a little big. So I don't know, it might be, it was in the size small roundabout. It might be a medium, I don't know, but it is just a regular racerback tank top, and it is kind of in that, you know, if you watched my Gymshark haul, not the one that got removed, and that was my most popular video. So this is very similar to the Gymshark cherry purple color that is all the rage right now. It's really just a really beautiful deep burgundy purple color, and that is from the brand Vuori, and that was $7.99. And the next thing I got, they had a lot of Athleta pieces there. I know that's a pretty decent brand. I didn't get a whole lot. I mean, they had tons and tons of Athleta pieces there. But I just picked up a few that I thought that I would wear. Now, this actually reminds me of that Good American dress up pants that I just showed you, because these are shiny. These are shiny leggings. These, again, this is from the Athleta brand, and these are also in a size small, and they're the Elation Shine Tight legging, whatever that means, but there is a little bit of a sheen to them. I don't know if I like that, but again, I was pretty excited about finding a lot of these pieces. So the next thing that I got is, again, from that brand Vuori. And I always look at the seams and at the crotch part, because you know that's where pilling happens. So you got to inspect your pieces at the thrift store before you buy them to make sure that you're not buying some bunk ass stuff that, you know, somebody donated because it has seen better days and needs a new life and needs to be reincarnated into something else that is not what it is. None of these pieces are worn into that capacity. Otherwise, I would not have purchased them. So again, this is from that Vuori brand. And this is a, I want to say it's like a navy color. And this was $6.99. I don't know if I told you how much this Athleta piece was. This Athleta piece was $9.99 for these shiny leggings. And these Vuori leggings were $6.99. It's got a little pocket right here in the back. I don't know. There's plenty of leggings that do that where they have these little pockets in the butt part or in like the, you know, the lower back part. I never used them. Maybe if, oh, you know what? I used to use them back in the day when I would go to the gym. I work out at home and then I work out at the Pilates studio. I don't really go to the gym. So yeah, I think when I used to go to the gym, I would shove my key for the locker in there. So those are probably really helpful if you are going to the gym. So never mind. Okay. The next piece that I got this on sale for 50% off of the price that was $8.99, and this is actually a it's a YouTuber's brand. It's Christian Guzman's brand, Athlete, and this isn't necessarily like a color that I would wear, and it wasn't really my size, but I don't have any Athlete pieces because they are a little bit expensive for me. Because I think the leggings are usually around $65, sometimes between $65 and $70. That's a little bit steep for me. So I don't know what line this is from. I don't know anything about it except for the fact that it says Athlete on the back. And these are actually a size medium, so these will be a smidge too big for me, but I think they will still wear just fine. I don't necessarily need to be in a size small in order for things to fit perfectly on me. But I will show you that I did pick up a couple of other Athlete bottoms from the other thrift store that I went to, but we will get there when we get there to the next store. Okay, so the next couple of pieces I got were actually Lululemon pieces. And I got these charcoal gray leggings. These also have the pocket in the back. Lulu does this a lot with pockets in the back. And then there's actually pockets on the sides, like little teeny tiny pockets here on the side. And then it's got the nice Lulu arch, if you will, on the butt to accentuate the butt. And this was $12.99. So I will gladly pay $12.99 for a Lulu piece because, as you know, Lulu has a guarantee on all of their products. And I did this before when I bought these leggings from the Lulu outlet when I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and the seam started to come out on one of them. So I actually ended up taking both of my no, they weren't leggings, they were capris. Well, anyways, I took both of the capris to Lulu here in Boulder and they fixed them. And if they can't fix them, then they will I believe they will give you a credit to the store, or they will give you something similar, something like that. I cannot remember. It was a couple of years ago that I actually turned the capris in, and it was some sort of exchange. I think she gave me 2 bras for the leggings, and it was 2 bras that were at like the current like price, which it was like $98 for each bra. And I don't remember even paying that for those leggings or those capris at the time because I got them from the outlet store. I think they were on sale for like $48 each or something like that. So I got a really good deal by being able to get 2 sports bras in place of those leggings. And I can't remember why I did that. But anyways, neither here nor there. Lululemon has some sort of weird guarantee. If you guys know what the guarantee is, help me out. Put it in the comments. Let everybody know what the guarantee is, because I don't know it by heart. I just know that when I went into the store, the manager hooked me up and did something like that. Okay, so the next piece that I got is also from Lulu, and it's this really beautiful springtime, like, I feel like it's spring, like a spring print. And this didn't have, let me get my hair off of this. This didn't have a size on it, so I don't know what size it was, but it was in the small roundabout. So I feel, comparing it to these ones, like if you look, like if I hold this up and then I hold the size 4 up, it is the same. Like the waistband is the same. So I feel like this is also probably a size 4, which is the size I wear. So again, very thankful to find 2 Lululemon pieces, and this one was also $12.99. So I'm thinking if I get this stuff washed, I might wear these Lulu leggings with this Vuori top. Wouldn't that be super cute? I think I might wear that to Pilates tomorrow, depending on. We will see if I get all of this stuff washed or not. Okay, the last thing I got from Goodwill are these herringbone pants. Are these pants or leggings? I think they're pants. They don't look like, okay, so they're called the Athleta Delancey Herringbone Tight, but they have these pocket looking things. So I feel like I wouldn't wear that to work out. That's more of a, maybe pair this with a black top of some sort and some really cute black flats and dress it up. I don't feel like these are workout pants. You know what I mean? So I still got them because I liked them. Can you see the herringbone pattern on them? And then here is the little, what is it called? Pocket in the back. Hi, baby. Are you getting a toy? Are you getting a toy? Hi, buddy. Are you looking for a toy? See, Mom, I was looking for a toy, Mom. I couldn't find a toy, Mom. Hi, baby. Okay, you can't lay on this stuff, okay? You can lay back there. You can lay back there. Yes, that's a good boy. Yes. Mommy. Mr. Baxter. Should we drop in what we got in the other thrift store? Okay. Be a good boy. Okay, so now let's hop into what I got from ARC thrift store, which is a Boulder. It is a local to Colorado thrift store. And I got athletic wear. I got a couple of base layer type long sleeve shirts. I got some sweaters, some pants, and some things. So let's hop into the athletic wear first, since we are kind of on that vibe. And I got this crop top from New Balance, and this is, I think this is a size medium. Yeah, this is a size medium. And oh, hello, I'm sorry you guys, I forgot to tell you how much these pants were, and these were $12.99. I think I told you how much everything else was. I will make sure to put the price that I paid on the screen as I'm talking about it, because again, like I said, I am terrible with like saying product names and obviously prices, I guess, too, when I am doing hauls. So I will try to get better at that. So this is a size medium New Balance crop top shirt. And this was $5.99. And it is practically brand new, to be honest. So here is one of the Athleta pieces that I got. These are shorts, and it just says, these are actually nice. I think these are newer than those blue ones, because the blue ones, those must have been like older ones, because this one is like really nice. Like this has got this really nice raised, almost, I don't even know how to explain the texture of this, but it's like this raised vinyl, not vinyl. I don't know what it is. Anyways, it is a really nice raised logo, and then it's got the crisscross here in the front, and this is a light purple with some sort of darker purple splotching on it. I don't really know what to call that. Now, these didn't have a size on the actual shorts, so I don't know. Someone like cut the actual tag out, so I don't know if these are a small or an extra small. They say small on them. These had a tag, but it didn't have a price on it. So when the guy rang it up, it didn't ring up as anything. It just rang up as nothing. And so the guy said, well, I can't give them to you for free because they'll probably kill me here at the store. So how about $1? I said, okay. So gave me those shorts for $1. And yeah, I think these shorts are probably about $55 if I would have bought them directly from Athleta. So yeah, I will take the savings. The next thing that I got also was from Athleta at the thrift store. Do you see how, so you can see it on this one. You see how the logo is like raised, and it is this really nice, I don't even know what to call it, the material. It's not plasticky, it's not vinyl, it's gosh, I'm like horrible with material, but anyways, it feels really, really nice. This has got to be for like one of their newer lines, and this has also got the crisscross in the front, and this is black with or this is, yeah, I would say it's black with like some black, darker black splotching. I'm just calling them splotching because I don't know like what else to call it. I mean, what would you call this? Like pattern. It looks like splotches on it. So these leggings were $10.99. These also didn't have a size on the inside. The tag was also cut out. So when I tried them on, these ones are more of a like cottony feel. They have really good stretch to them, but these ones have a more cottony feel to them, and these ones have more of that oh, what is that material? You know, the material that is what do I want to say? It feels more like slippery, and it's driving me crazy that I can't tell you what it's like, but this is more what I prefer my workout attire to feel like, is whatever material this is. And I can't tell you the material because the tag was cut out, so that's frustrating. But these ones feel more like cottony. They don't have like a nice like slip to them. They don't feel if I say something feels shiny, does that make sense? Probably not. But that's what I want to say these feel like. Like these feel like shiny. They feel, I don't know. I'm just going to shut up because I don't know how to explain the difference in the fabrics, and I can't tell you the difference in the fabrics because there is no tags. So there's that. Okay, the one thing that I will also tell you about ARC of Colorado is that when they get high-end brands donated to their stores, they will mark up the items a lot. For instance, I will insert a clip of a Kate Spade purse that I found. And it was a large Kate Spade purse, and it was nice. It was in mint condition. Usually you don't find those. And it was still priced at $69.99, which I thought was really expensive. I felt like, I don't know, if things are donated to the thrift store for free, I feel even if it's designer, like put it in those cases, yeah, sure. But I feel like there should be a threshold to where it doesn't go over a certain price, because I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that things should be marked up a lot at a thrift store? I feel like if you're shopping at a thrift store, you're shopping there because the price point is something that is most affordable to you and your life. Maybe not. Maybe you just like thrifting and finding a bunch of random things. But I feel like when I would shop at the thrift store, before, it was because, like, now I shop there because I'm minding my pennies and I like thrifting. But there was a time where I shopped at the thrift store, especially when I was working for the state of not Colorado, the state of Arizona, and I didn't make very much money. And I lived in my own apartment. I paid all my own bills, and I didn't have very much money at all. And so I had to wear like business casual clothes. And so I would go to Goodwill on their 50% off Saturdays. I don't think they still do that anymore, but every other Saturday they would do 50% off. And me and my best friend Linda, we would go to Goodwill and we would just fill our carts with a bunch of stuff. I found so many nice like things from Express, because I would go to this Goodwill in Paradise Valley, which is right outside of Scottsdale. And so they had a lot of like nice high-end clothes there, and I would always just find really great stuff. So yeah, anyways, let's take it back. Neither here nor there. So yeah, I feel like marking things up at a thrift store is just not, I don't know, I just think it's not cool, to be honest. But whatever, that's my take on it. Maybe people feel different, and that's okay. So the next thing that I got was these leggings, and it is from the brand Beyond Yoga. I feel like they didn't catch on to this brand though. This brand is a little bit more expensive, and they didn't catch on to that because this was $5.99, and they didn't hike up the price on this guy. You're gonna see some of the other things that I purchased from there, they hiked up the prices on them. Not too much, but they still hike them up a little bit. And I don't think that they looked this brand up either, because this is a smart wool. It's a merino wool long sleeve shirt. Now this is a little bit bigger than what the size that I wear. Like, these are size larges, but I was not gonna put back a smart wool merino wool long sleeve shirt. Friends, I scored 2 of these. So this one is a blue and black one. I scored each of these for $6.99. So I can wear these as base layers underneath stuff when it gets cold as shit here in Colorado, which is going to happen in the next 2 months. So yes, this is the second one that I got. It is just a black and gray striped shirt, and that is also from the Smart Wool brand. They had 1, 2, 3 more, but I left them for other people to buy because I didn't love them. And I used to be the person where if I found a really good deal and I didn't absolutely like love the piece, I would still get it and then hope that I would wear it. And of course, what would happen? I would never wear it. So I stopped doing that with things, and I only pick up the stuff that I really like or that I like enough, and then that I will like put to use. And then the other stuff that I don't like, I'll just leave it there and I'll leave it for somebody else to find and to buy and enjoy. Okay, so that is all of the athletic pieces. These two things were the base layer-y type pieces that I bought. Now we're gonna get into sweaters and pants. So I got this sweater. This was half off of $6.99, so this was actually $3.50. This is just a black turtleneck shirt, sweater, I don't know what to call it. It's kind of like a long sleeve turtleneck shirt, to be honest. And this is in the size extra small, but as you can see, I feel like it looks more of, I don't know, I think it'll fit more like a small, so I purchased that. And I got this really cute tan fuzzy sweater. This is from the brand Rachel Ashwell. Don't know who that is. And I paid $8.99 for this sweater. It also looks like it's a size small, but it looks like one of those that wears oversized. Like you might even be able to wear it off the shoulder. Who's my good boy? Who's my good boy? Mommy. Mommy! Good boy. Okay, so the next thing is a 9 West sweater. This is super cute, friends. It's got those puffy sleeves, like in the shoulder part, and then it just drops down. These look probably boring as shit on camera, like with me just holding them up, they probably look like nothing, but they're gonna be super cute. This I got for $7.99. It was not on sale, but that's okay. Like I said, I will pay a little bit more for nicer brands that are usually like a lot more expensive. There's certain brands that I look for when I go to the thrift store, if you know what I mean. Okay, this vest is a North Face vest, and this is a $5.50 goose down fill vest, friends. When I saw this, I looked at the tag and they priced it at $17.99. So that was a little bit on the higher end for their pricing. So like when they, and that actually wasn't that expensive for this North Face vest, friends. I looked this up. This is selling on Poshmark right now for $65. When this was being sold on the North Face website, it was $185. I think the closest vest that they have now that's comparable to this is $160. And those ones are not even goose down filled. This one is, I believe it says 75% goose down and then 25% down. Whatever, I don't know what the difference is, but this was $17.99 and this is in size extra small. Okay, I have two more sweaters. Oh, are you okay? You okay, bud? Okay, so I have two more sweaters that we are hopping into, and this one is just a nice black. It almost feels like that Sherpa material. Maybe it is that Sherpa material, I don't know, but it's got cuffs at the end of the sleeves, which is nice. Friends, guess what brand it is? Do you see that? It is the brand Young LA, which I believe is a social media athletic wear company. And this is also in a size small, but did I not score? I mean, I totally scored at the thrift store, friends. I got, you know, just social media, people, pieces, which is really random because, you know, who knows when those things pop up at the thrift store. And then I got like luxury high-end brands. I got a mixture of things. And yeah, I just feel like even though I paid about $250 to $260 for both hauls, I feel like I definitely got my money's worth for sure. Okay, so the last sweater that I bought was this beautiful, really cool geometric design hoodie, but it's a half zip. It's like, what are those things called? 3/4 zip. And it's got zip up pockets on the side, so it does have that pouch here in the middle part, but they zip up, which is really, really nice. And then this has also got a hood. This is also from the brand The North Face, and this is, I believe the size is medium. Yeah, this one wasn't a size medium. I tried it on, I still liked it, so I picked it up. And so that is all of the sweaters that I got. The last two items, we are wrapping it up, friends. But the last two pieces I got were some jeans, and these are both in size 4, I want to say. So this is a pair of, don't know if you can see it, Good American. I found another pair of Good Americans, guys, and this is their Good Legs style, and this is in the size 4 and the length is 27. So that is like the perfect jean for me because the length, 27 length, is perfect for my height, and I'm 5'3.5", and I am between 142 and 145 pounds, and size 4 fits me perfectly right now. So those were $10.99. No, orange was half off today, so these were $5.50 for these Good American jeans. Like, can you believe that? And then because I got such a good deal on those Good American jeans, I didn't mind spending a little extra on these Madewell jeans. And these say that they are 26 by 26, I want to say. Yeah, these are 20, well, it doesn't say 26 by 26, they're just 26. So these are about a size 4. These are 9 inch, I think that's what that means, high rise skinny. So I don't know, these were kind of pricey. These were $17.99, and that's what I'm talking about when I say that when they find brands that they know are higher end brands, they will jack up the price. So these how funny that these Madewell jeans were $17.99 and these Good American jeans were supposed to be $10.99, but they were half off. I'm surprised that somebody didn't like know about Good American. Like, when they catch on to that brand being a higher end brand, they'll probably start marking it up because Levi's there. Ask me why Levi brand jeans are still $22.99 to $24.99 there at that thrift store. So anyways, that is going to wrap up the haul of all of my goodies that I got from thrifting today. Thank you guys so much for tagging along and seeing what I got. Let me haul all of this stuff to the basement, and oh, sorry buddy, I hopped on his tail. Let me get all of this stuff down to the basement and get washing.